Yes, welcome. In focus. Today, in focus, it's there to be, or I should say there plus the verb to be. So this is a structure where we would use haber, in Spanish, haber, había, hubo, hay, okay? El verbo haber would translate as there, and the subject is there. There is, there are, there was, there were, there will be, there could be, all of these structures. So today we will practice through focused translation, talking about these structures and reviewing with some interesting topics that appear throughout our exercise. So let's get started with a few sentences of translation. Number 1. Hay un problema con el sistema nuevo. There's a problem with the new system. And notice I say problem, system, closing my lips with the letter M. There's a problem with the new system. There's a problem with the new system. Okay, there's a problem. Hay varios asuntos que atender. There are several matters to take care of. Que atender. Hay varios asuntos. There are several matters to take care of. Okay? Atender un asunto, to take care of a matter, an issue. There are several. So, varios is several. It's not the same as a lot, but it just means several, multiple, more than one. And typically we are emphasizing that the number is maybe larger than expected. Several. Había mucha gente aquí cuando yo llegué. There were a lot of people here when I arrived. There were a lot of people here when I arrived. Cuando llegué. There were a lot of people here when I arrived. Now you could say, when I got here. We can use the verb to get to a place in the sense of arriving, to get here, to get there, when I got here, okay? But we can't use the verb to get for arrive if we don't mention the place. You can't say, I got at 2 o'clock. No, I got here, I got there, I got to the office, I got to work. So you get to a place. Or you get here, you get there, you get home, you get back. Okay, llegar de regreso, to get back. So there were a lot of people here when I arrived, or there were a lot of people here when I got here. Hubo una explosión en la fábrica anoche. Qué pena. There was an explosion in the factory last night. Yes. Hubo una explosión. There was an explosion in the factory last night. Había varios faxes aquí esta mañana. There were varios. There were several faxes here this morning. There were several, otra vez, varios, several. There were several faxes here this morning. And notice I say several, I don't say several, I say several. Papa, 2 syllables, several. There were several faxes here this morning. Several faxes. Habrá una fiesta esta noche si no llueve. Claro. There will be a party tonight if it doesn't rain. What a typical English class sentence. There will be a party if it doesn't rain. But yes, that's our famous second conditional. The future conditional, the first conditional. There will be a party tonight if it doesn't rain. There will be, habrá. Va a haber una reunión esta tarde. There is going to be a meeting this afternoon. Va a haber. There's going to be a meeting this afternoon. There is going to be. Va a haber. Va a haber. There's going to be a meeting this afternoon. Va a haber muchos problemas con esto. Muchos problemas, plural. Plural. So, there are going to be a lot of problems with this. There are going to be a lot of problems with this. Ha habido un malentendido. There has been un malentendido. ¿Cómo se dice eso? There has been a misunderstanding. There has been a misunderstanding, un malentendido. Yes. Ha habido varios casos. Ha habido varios casos. There have been several cases, varios casos. There have been several cases. Oh, yes. Several, varios casos. Habría menos casos si no hubiera una vacuna. Could be true. There would have been fewer cases. Si hubiera, if there were, there would have been fewer cases if there were a vaccine. Una vacuna. Debe de haber una solución. Debe de haber. This is a logical conclusion. There must be a solution. There must be a solution. Tiene que haber una forma de resolverlo. Tiene que haber una forma de resolverlo. There has to be a way to solve it. Notice, resolver, to solve. Tiene que haber. There has to be a way to solve it. Let's do one more, bonus for you, because I'm in a generous mood today. Podría haber más de lo que piensas. There could be more than you think. De lo que piensas. There could be. Yeah, there could be more than you think. All right? Okay, how did you do? Were you able to translate most of the sentences? I hope so. Anyway, that's all for our In Focus section. So let's move on.